Hello to everybody and welcome again. My name is Janet. Very, very happy to be here with you again today for this, I think it's the 7th little video that I'm doing. It is quite different than the other ones because it is gentler and it is focusing on mobility and flexibility in muscles and joints. Not so much strengthening and getting huffing and puffing, but maintaining the range of motion in your muscles and joints, which is a very important part of our fitness as we get older. I am working with a ball, as you can see, but you don't have to. You can do the whole class without a ball. When we get to the floor, if you wanted to just use a cushion, that would be fine. And you can use any kind of a ball, though. It doesn't have to be, this is a chi ball, but it could be any kind of a soft, flexible little ball. Also, I'm working with bare feet, which is also, of course, optional because you're the only one. You get to choose and do whatever is right for you, and that includes leaving things out. If they don't suit, please don't do them. You know that. You just work within the safe and comfortable range for your body. Okay, I'm going to put the music on and we'll begin. So we're starting with just mobility and warming up through our muscles in our lower legs. So pedaling the feet, I'm going to roll the ball around. So lifting the heels and just pedaling right up and rolling the ball around your hands. Now if you find that rolling action is distracting from your feet, just leave it out. Couple more of these. Now hold the ball in both your hands and just lift and rock back, lift. And I'm putting a little squeeze into the ball. So up and back, like that. Little squeeze. Right up into the toes and lift those toes. Now hold it here and just a little squat. Down and up. Nice and soft, nice and gentle. Warming up around the knees, the thighs, buttocks. 2 more. Now take the ball into your right hand and just gently, little bouncy bounce. And this is called ski swing in aerobic terminology, or an energy bounce if you're doing chi ball terminology. One more time. Now into knees, lift and lower, up and down. Pull that ball under the chin, lift and down into those hip joints. And now I'm going to make it more mobility for the hip joint, up and down on the right, out and round. You can start small, just feel your way into this. Left side, you may find that you're better on one side than the other. I certainly am. Up and down. Right side again, a little bit higher with the knee, a little bit wider out. Grip with the standing foot. Other side, lift. Out and round. Bring it back in. And down. One more time. Can you get that little bit further? Round you go. Open out the hip joint. Bring it back in. And the other side, balancing as well. And back in. Now I'm going to step to the right. Just bend the knees right and left like that. Now roll the shoulder a little bit more into the side of the body. No, Steve, no, stay there. You can get bigger. No, Nellie, no. Sorry, those are my 2 naughty dogs. Nellie is blind, so she has to join in. Left and right. Lie down, Steve. Lie down. I'm getting distracted here. Now roll the shoulder. Make it bigger. Bending left and right. Now you can do a big full circle if you want. 2 more. Here's our last one. Let's end with a big circle round full moon. Draw up through the middle and take in a breath. Bring your feet in closer. So now I'm just going to gently take in a breath, draw the ball up under the chin, breathing in and breathing out. Now you could imagine that you're pulling the ball up from underwater. Breathe in, lifting the elbows, just gliding them up, gliding them down, push down, draw up, breathing in, exhaling down. And again, breathe up and exhale. Up again. Now on this next one, let that ball draw you down, down, down into a ragdoll stretch and dangle there. So I've got the ball lightly in my fingertips and I'm just drifting from one side to the other, like a piece of washing hanging on the line, floating there. If you were quite flexible, you could even put the ball down on the floor and rest on it and lift the tailbone up a little higher, feeling that stretch up the back of your body, all up the back. Now come up part way, hands to the thighs, and just gently roll your hips from one side to the other, like that. Picking up one hip to the right, now to the left. So bending both knees as you come through the middle, and then straightening left leg and right hip lifts, and then vice versa. One more each way. Now I'm going to come up even more and roll over the top of the ball, pulling the elbows forward, and then sink back the other way. Thumbs roll back and stretch the chest. So I'm diving over the top and then sinking back, pushing forward. And again, rounding over the top, thumbs roll out, feel the stretch across the front of your chest and in hip flexors, over the top. Last one back. Now taking that ball from one hip to the other hip, keeping the hips anchored in the front, tighten your buttocks. Pull the thighs up out of the knees and stay stock still on the bottom, just moving the rib cage from side to side. Spinal twist. So let's go a little bit quicker. Lift the ball up and just bring it round just above your waist, side to side. There. For 4. Little twist through the spine. Now I'm going to pause here and bring that ball up, lifting up into my toes, lengthening through your body. Now sink down and go the other way, down into a deeper squat. Push up, taking in a breath. And breathing out, sink down, just to where you can comfortably go. Again, push up, and I know the ball disappears out of the picture as I push it to the ceiling. That's fine. Come on down, breathing out. One more time, up. And now stay here in the middle. Take those hips around and pass the ball behind, exchange it behind, and circle the hips. And I'm just tapping in front, folding forward, and circling the hips round in a semicircle. Just a couple more, getting bigger if you can. So moving that body, mobilizing the other way. And now take a little step forward and lift. Press that heel down into the left side, into a calf stretch now. I'll turn side, you stay there. Imagine you're on those narrow tram lines. The heel goes to the floor each time. As it hits the floor, or as it reaches the floor, little stretch in the calf just below the knee. On the next one, press it down and stay there. Just sink forward for a moment. Take a little step up. Shift your weight back, bending both knees, and sit back in over the back leg. Lower calf stretch. So you'll feel it round the ankle You'll feel it in the Achilles tendon. Sit down and up. And now I'm going to fold forward, bending only one knee, and then tucking forward the other way. So fold forward. So going from hip flexor to hamstring at the back. One more time, going in and out of these stretches. And now I'm going to scoop down. That's my little Nellie. She's blind. Bring it up. So this is called scooping the water, bending only one knee, coming down through the middle of the leg or the inside of the extended front leg. Can you make it a little bit bigger? Breathing out and breathing in. Lovely big movements. Let's change sides. So step forward with the other foot. So now the right foot back, feet both straight ahead. Lift and lower the heel, and this time I'm going to bring the ball behind me and just lift it up. I'll turn side again. You stay there. Lift and press that heel into the floor. Lift it up and push it down. Each time it reaches the floor, feeling that stretch in your calf. Up and down. One more. Now hold it here and just sink down a little bit more. Take a little step forward. Shift your weight back and sit down. Weight in the back leg. It has to be over the back leg. You can straighten. Feel it low calf, Achilles tendon, and a little bit in the shin. Now folding forward, bending only this back leg, and then back the other way. Tuck under, feel it here. So you're moving in and out from the extended front leg to the back leg. Again. Fold forward, I'll come to face you again. You keep going. Let's do that once more. Forward and back. Now let's scoop down, right up and in. Now as you go down, you can breathe out. And as you come up, breathe in. Two more. Out with the breath. Take your time. The loveliest, biggest circle you can manage while you bend that right knee. Folding forward. Last one. Now bringing your feet side by side. Just drop the knee in. This is called twist and release. Couple more. Just gently sweeping toward the floor. I'm going into a reach forward into the diagonal, pressing forward. Now getting down into the legs, bring it round the back of your head. Change hands, smoothly continue the circle, and then both hands. So feel the torso moving. Let's keep it in the left side. Drop down and release. Pivoting on that left foot, turning the heel up, pivoting on the ball of the foot, and resting on the thigh with the other hand. Now push forward again and begin that constant traveling sweep. Change hands round the back and both hands, keeping it in the right side. Twist and release 2 times. Opening, drop. Now pushing across and sinking down, right round. Enjoy the flow of this movement, using your backs, using your core, both hands, right round. One more time on the left. Drop and release. Drop. Pushing across to the diagonal. Sweeping backward, sinking down into the legs. Now come on, keep that flow going. Right round. All the way. Go back into a full moon, right round. Down. And go the other way. Biggest move you can. Keep the corset muscles tight. Let's see if we can fit in one more of these circles on each side. Change hands. Both hands. Flowing that movement. Go the other way, cross to the diagonal, sweep back and around, right round, Change hands all the time, corset muscles laced up, really using the back and round. Take up a breath. Breathe out. All right, we're moving to the floor now. So I'm going to use a mat here. And I've got the cushion there, and you can always use a cushion if you want instead of a ball. Just slightly turn the music down. So lying down onto your side, tucking the ball in under the rib cage here now, so that your torso is supported. I'm going to take hold of the ankle. Golly, the sun is really coming in now. And taking the heel in against the buttock there, and pushing forward through the hips. So stretching here down the front of the thigh, pulling the navel in, and just letting yourself hold that stretch a little bit longer. Now I'm going to release the leg and tuck it up into my chest and just roll my body back a little bit, using the ball to continue the support under my rib cage here. And I am aiming to feel the stretch here, right here in the buttock. And releasing from that, come over onto all fours into a cat stretch. So you're rounding up your back, pulling right up, and then sagging down the other way. So spinal mobility now. As you lift the back, let the shoulder blades stretch apart, and then go the other way, sinking down. So thinking about that beautiful flexible spine, moving up and down and mobilizing. One more time. Now I'm going to use the ball to rest my forehead against, but you can just go to whatever height is comfortable for you into a child pose. I'm stretching forward with my hands, reaching as far as I can, letting the hips sink back in the other direction, and the tops of your feet along the floor, toes pointing away. And you can press down into the hands to intensify the stretch around the shoulders. Come on up out of that, tuck the toes under, and just lift up the tailbone and rock back. So now, stretching your calf, you can just do a few little pedals if you want, and then down and up with the heels. If this isn't comfortable, obviously come out of it. The lovely thing is you can do that anytime you want. And now bring your knees gently down. You can be kneeling on a cushion if you want. I'm going to bring one leg forward. Use the ball to support the other hand. It feels quite comfortable having this nice soft squishy ball. Now stretch back to where you can comfortably go and begin to gently just rock forward and back. And as I said, if you want to kneel on a cushion, now you can. But the aim is to go in and out of the stretch in the front of the hip here and down into the thigh a little bit, and then rock back and feel it in the back of the extending front leg. Now you can be up here with a hand on the thigh if you feel more comfy there, or down on the floor with the fingertips. One more time, forward and back. Bringing that leg round and down onto the other side. Ball tucks in under the rib cage, taking hold of the ankle, heel to the buttock, and push forward, pelvic floor up, feeling the stretch down, right down here, down the front of your thigh. Pull the navel in, keeping that leg nice and aligned, and intensifying it to whatever's comfortable for you and for your knee. If it's not comfortable, don't do it. Let's see if we can get into the buttocks now. Just hook that leg up and just drop your body weight back a little bit. And pulling the leg into where you comfortably can. You may want to let it come down onto the floor even. But this is where you're aiming to feel the stretch. And then releasing from that and coming out of that. So into our cat stretch again, releasing, rounding, right up and right down. I think one more, and down. Now you can use this ball under the forehead if you want for the child pose or not. And sinking back to where you can comfortably go. Stretch those fingers away, reach right forward with the arms. Feel the stretch under the arms, around the shoulders, around the buttocks, pressing the hands down to attain a stronger stretch. Now come on up from that. Tuck your toes and lift up. Just pedal again. Calf stretch. Heels up and down. And then lower the knees carefully again. If you can have a pillow if you want. Stepping forward with one leg, the other leg, obviously. And I love to use the ball here. This is very comfortable for me. Sinking back to where you can comfortably go with the back leg. And now we're just going in and out of this stretch. Now this may be you may feel quite tight with this at first, and that would be completely normal. If you've never done these stretches, you may feel very stiff with them. The more you do them, obviously the more flexible it should make you. I'm not saying it definitely will, but obviously the more you use your body, the more it responds. I'm going back, and I'm not fully straightening the leg, but if you're a ballerina, you probably can. I can't. Last one here. Okay, let's lie down now. And I'm just thinking which way is the best for me as far as the sun is concerned. Now, if you don't have a ball, for this portion, you could lie with the soles of your feet together and just let the knees drop out and stretch the inner thighs. And you can just gently rock and do whatever you like here for a few moments, while those of us who have a ball just tuck it under the sacroiliac joint so that you're lying on top of the ball in the middle of the pelvis. And you need to have your feet wide apart here. I've got one on each side of the mat. Close your eyes, let your face soften and relax, and just start to glide across the ball. So feel it as a little massage in the low back. If it doesn't feel comfortable, take it out. So it's a little like a ball bearing, a pivot point that enables you to glide across the ball. You can try a little circle. See how that feels, massaging. And those of you who don't have the ball, you're just resting now. The legs wide and the feet together, or just with the legs extended, however you feel comfy. I'm going to take the ball out now. Bring the feet in closer. Take the ball out, and I'm going to use my cushion under my knees. If you want to keep you rolling on the ball, do. And if you have a chi ball, I'm going to let out most of the air. Pop it back in the plug and place it at the base of my skull, so it's a little pillow. Now you could have an actual pillow here as well. Make sure the plug is in. Close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. And breathe out. Take a moment now to notice the pressure points of your body. The heels supporting your legs, the pelvis or the buttocks supporting your pelvis, fingertips taking your hands, your elbows, the whole arm just resting down. Fingertips and elbows are the pressure points. Cross the shoulders and into your head. Feel the breath gently in and out. Let your face soften, your eyelids smooth, your jaw relaxed. And now softly turn your head from side to side, just releasing the neck for a moment. We're going to stretch through and bring in some tension for a moment to achieve a deeper relaxation. So turn your toes back, press out through the heels, pull up through the thighs, lift the pelvic floor and pull in the waist. Tighten up your corset muscles. Strong, tight contraction of the muscles in the low body. Now reach out through your fingers, spread them apart, stretch away. Feel the tension in your arms. Tuck your chin down, press your head down, scrunch up your face. Everything tight, tight, tight. Let it out, breathe out, and let the feet flop out. The knees roll out. Feel your body settling down to the floor. Gently breathing in and out. Perhaps imagining yourself now in some lovely place, perhaps in a garden, or having a walk in the bush, or on a beach, or just in your own favorite place in a beautiful room somewhere. Letting your body sink down, totally relax. Just rest there now. Feeling the breath gently in and out. So heavy, so relaxed. Sinking down, melting down into the floor. Gently turn back your toes and push away through the heels. Reach away with the hands again. And you can bring the arms up above your head if you want. Stretch wherever you're comfortable. Reach away. And then bring the arms down and gently draw the legs up one at a time. Bring the knees up in over the chest. Hug them into you. Put your hands on your kneecaps and circle around softly in one direction and then the other. And then in your own time, roll through to your side. Sit yourselves up gently. Gently stretch. And then the other way. Lean forward. Perhaps stretching your shoulders one at a time. And thank you everybody so much for joining me today. And little Stevie, you're a rascal. Stretching, relaxing, mobilizing. I hope you join me again for the next one. You rascal, aren't you, Steve? I look forward to seeing you next time.